Hi everyone. So today I'd like to share with you what I've learned during the last event that I attended, which happened last Friday. The title of this event was Designing Your Life, which was based on one of the books that Bill Burnett wrote. Bill Burnett is a professor at Stanford and the managing director at the D School. D School is the design school at Stanford. So this event happened at Lunar. Lunar, as many of you know already, is a design consulting firm. They merged with McKinsey last year. McKinsey is one of the biggest management and consulting firms in the world. So I'd like to show you some of the pictures that I took during this event. Here on this first picture, you can see Lunar's building. It's a warehouse-like building. It's very funny to see that on the first floor, they have these doors that lead to nowhere, which is funny because we also have them here in the office. On the second picture, we can see the room in which the event happened. It was a small room. I think between 20 to 30 people showed up. So it was a very intimate crowd. But now back to the actual content of this event. So here on this slide, you can see a picture of the book cover. As I already mentioned, the title of this event was How to Design Your Life, How to Build a Well-Lived and Joyful Life. And I thought it was very interesting what Bill Burnett did with this book, which is he used the design process as a tool that can be applied to design your own life. How he did it, I'll show you to you. I won't go through all of the content, but I kind of want to give you some of the key insights that I got, or at least the things that resonated with me the most. So let's get started. So something that he mentioned, which I found very interesting, were these dysfunctional beliefs that we all carry with us at some point in our lives. I think he mentioned 7 of them. I won't go through all of them. If you're really interested, you can get the book, have a look at them. But I'll mention 2 of them that I thought were interesting. So, dysfunctional belief number 1, follow your passion. This is something that a lot of people have heard in their lives. A lot of people, especially at the beginning of your career, a lot of Bill Burnett students don't have a passion. So they feel stuck. They feel like they're doing something wrong, right? And even people that have already a career, like if they're told, what, you don't have a passion, people feel like they're missing out something. They don't feel like they're doing things right. And what Bill Burnett said was really interesting, which is follow your passion. It's bullshit. It just holds people back. Actually, passion emerges at the end of a process, meaning when you have been in the field for a long period of time and you have developed skills and you enjoy something, you'll find a passion in it. I completely agree with this view. Passion is something that you find along the way and not something that you have to find at the beginning. Dysfunctional belief number 2, and I'm sure every one of you have heard this before. You heard it from motivational speakers, you heard it from the media, on the internet, everywhere you have heard this, which is be the best version of you, right? Which makes people think, how can I possibly know that I'm the best version yet? Is there a best possible version of you? Are you sure this is the one? Maybe I'm just settling. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough, right? And what Bill Burnett said is that this is a dysfunctional belief that holds people back. In fact, there is not a best possible version of you. There is many great versions. And I really like this thought exercise that he made us go through, which was, imagine you get shot through a particle accelerator and you go through this multiverse where you can have as many possible lives simultaneously, one next to each other. So if this was you going through this particle accelerator, you can have as many possible lives as you can imagine. How many lives would you have? You can be anything. There's no restrictions. You can be a poet. You can be an astronaut. You can be a trashman. You can be anything. And what this exercise will do, it will lead us to the next exercise I'll share with you, and that you should give it a try just to see it, think about your life. I came up with 7 different versions of myself. How many possible versions can you come up with? Give it a try. So in design, we say you build your way forward. You have an idea, you build a prototype, you go out, you test it, you see whether it works or not. If it works, it's great. If it doesn't work, that's also fine. You make different iterations. You make improvements based on your learnings. So my question to you, how can you implement this way of thinking into your own life? You can create prototypes for your life too. Let's say you want to be part of a theater performance, right? You can create a little prototype by acting in front of the camera. It's very easy to do, very cheap, doesn't cost a lot of money. See how it's like, see how you feel. You can go take an improv class, 1 hour. But also another way of prototyping could be go out and meet the future version of you. This could be someone who's already in the field, who has been doing this for a while. You invite him for a coffee and you ask him how it's like. This is a slide from Bill Burness' presentation. I took a picture of it, and it shows 5 different mindsets of the design culture. I want to talk about 2 of them that resonated with me the most. The first one is reframing. Designers are very well capable of reframing a problem and to step back. Oftentimes, the client comes in with a very narrowly defined problem, and the designer's task is to ask what's really needed. And why this is important is because you cannot solve a problem that you're not willing to have. In your own life, I'm pretty sure you have heard this from friends or people that you know, that they complain about their job, they're not satisfied with their relationships, but they haven't changed anything yet. They haven't decided that it's an actual problem that they want to change. People can change their experiences at any time. Another mindset that really resonated with me is the bias towards action. It's great to have ideas, but it's better to implement them. Doing instead of talking. And I already mentioned this before, but you can build prototypes in your own life. You can prototype a conversation. I'm sure someone has done it before you, the thing that you want to do. Prototype an experience. And keep in mind that these prototypes should be cheap to construct, fast to implement, and they should help you to learn something. So now it's a time where you get to do a small exercise with me. I did it myself. It was fun, it was insightful, and I want you to try it out as well. So here's a picture of a piece of paper that I got. As you see, it has 5 columns and 3 rows. And what you're going to do with this piece of paper, you can take a screenshot of this and print it out. What you're going to do is following. On row number 1, you're going to write down what you're currently doing. What's your current profession? Column number 5 represents the 5th year, and that should be the end goal. So you're going to write down year by year how you're going to get to that end goal. On the second row, you're going to write down what you do if your profession would disappear tomorrow. Also year by year up to the 5th year. On the last row, row number 3, you're going to write down what you do if money or prestige wasn't an issue at all. If no one would judge you for what you're doing. You should go crazy with this one. If you want to be a circus performer, go ahead, write it down. There's no restrictions. After you're done with this exercise, I want you to present these 3 future versions of you to a friend or to a coworker. And what this is going to do is that it'll give you a sense of what you feel the most excited about. because you'll hear yourself speaking instead of doing it inside your head. Also, your friend should give you some feedback and point out in which parts he thought you seemed the most animated or when your face lit up, but also what he thought seemed the most important to you. So yeah, go ahead, give it a try. I think this is a really cool exercise, and it will show you what you feel the most enthusiastic about. So guys, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this short summary of the last event that I attended. This is something really new to me. I've never talked in front of the camera, so I hope it wasn't too horrible. But before you leave, I want you to do two things. Thing number one, I want you to run a fast prototype during the weekend of something that you always wanted to do. It has to be simple, don't make it too complicated, and you'll see how you feel about it. The second thing that I would like you to try is to write 1 to 2 things about your day that you thought was awesome. What did you engage the most with? Where was your energy going to? And once you do it for a long period of time, you will start noticing a pattern, and you will start noticing what makes you happy. So this is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.